happened, and here we have the players.
There we have the players Fabiano Caruana and Matthias Bluebaum joining us after 79 moves. Oh, sorry, this is all my money. Thank you. So please explain every half move in great detail. Why did you choose this opening, Fabiano? Isn't the white very solid?
Yeah, I mean, Matthias usually plays e4, so I was sort of expecting that, and I thought it would be a game.
Yeah, okay, I guess you were quite prepared on e4 and didn't prepare this at all, so I expected you to play something completely different.
I mean, what you play is very solid.
Yeah, that's okay. It's so embarrassing.
Right. Because Anders, you took on d4, right?
Yeah, I took on d4 and played bishop d7. I got slightly worse, but more or less okay as well. But yeah, here I got a very comfortable position.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, if white wants to try anything, it's probably knight d3 after knight d7, but then...
That's what we thought, but
then bishop d6, knight d2, and b5.
b5,
yeah.
And probably after a4, it's going to turn into an equal position or something.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, and then after bishop f3, take f6, I already thought I'm like maybe a bit more comfortable, although it's still equal. I mean, I decided I wanted to try to play this a bit and see if I got any chances.
You got some chances here.
No, I definitely did. I mean, maybe b takes a, maybe knight c3 first is just fine for white.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna take on a1 and try to play bishop. I mean, rook a1, I guess.
Yeah,
and play like maybe bishop b4 or something. Try to get knight c5. b3 is a bit vulnerable, so. I mean, somehow I have more space, so I'm at least getting the more comfortable side of equality in most lines. And then, yeah, after in this position, I started to feel like it was very dangerous after c4, and yeah, take knight c3, rook c4.
Matthias, do you get annoyed at yourself in such situations? Like, why am I sitting here suffering?
I mean, it should be, if I want to draw, it should be an easy draw out of the opening, and what I did was just completely ridiculous.
Yeah, because we felt like at the beginning you are like 1 or 2 tempi up, but once you enter the endgame, it turns out that black with the king on e7 has the 1 or 2 tempi extra. So
yeah, so I mean, I guess none of what we did was forced, but we got this position. I mean, I wanted to play rook c3 at first, but then after rook b3, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I wasn't completely sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I should take and play king d5 and king d2.
Yeah, knight c5.
And maybe, yeah, knight c5, knight c4.
King c6.
Yeah, and knight d2.
Yeah, and then king b5, king b4. I was a bit worried that it's...
Yeah, maybe king...
I don't know, I just didn't like this at all.
Maybe it was also an option. I guess king d1 here, and then knight d3 is probably the only dangerous move. And king e2, knight b2. Yeah, it could be very dangerous for white. Maybe this was better than what I went for. After knight c5, I thought it was unpleasant, but
yeah, of course, it's anyway unpleasant for me.
Somehow it's hard to get better than 3 against 2, and not even a very good version in most cases. I mean, after e4, I mainly thought about king g1, and knight d3 I think is very strong.
Yeah, knight d3, and somehow it's even more pleasant than the version I got in the game, I think.
Yeah, this is much, because the rook has to go to, let's say, b1 or a1 or whatever.
My knight
and
is
knight e4, and
then
the knight is trapped.
Yeah.
And I mean, white has a very hard time defending, so I'll just start pushing on the king side.
Yeah, this is...
And in the game, I guess it was...
Why did you allow h4?
I mean, after king
Can't
g6...
you go king g6, let's say?
Yeah, but then rook e1, and I thought...
As this? I don't know anything. This is just a draw.
I think it isn't even too difficult to hold this.
Oh,
I mean... I want to keep rooks on, because with rooks on, there's chances.
But Matthias, you would exchange your rooks?
Probably. I mean, I wasn't completely sure because it was the 40th move and I would have to decide, but I had the feeling it should be a draw.
Because that's like a typical problem, that black is afraid of rook e1 and white is also not sure. If your opponent goes king g6, maybe that's what he's hoping for. But It's psychological moment. You know?
I don't know if I could have done something like a move earlier to try to avoid after knight. Knight f3, maybe king f4. I don't think it changes anything. After rook f1.
Doesn't look bad.
And now knight. Well, I might just blunder something, so I'd rather not do this. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that it was more or less a draw, and then at some point I started to get chances later on in Andy. Because I mean, I thought like king f2 after rook e1 is probably just a draw.
Yeah, probably it's way easier.
And then rook e2, king f3 is a draw, and king f1 is a draw. And now h5, g3, king h3, rook h6. Yes. And then at some point I started to get optimistic, around after I played knight d1.
Yeah, after knight d1, somehow I couldn't find a clear plan.
Why not knight d5?
Knight d5, rook d3 is immediate draw.
Ah, so there's some mates for me to blunder again? Oh, yeah.
Well, knight f4 still doesn't blunder the mate, but
Yeah,
I have to take
it.
it.
So, oh, okay.
Yeah, and when I saw knight d1, I was kind of happy that I kept the game going.
We thought checks, no?
Oh, okay, rook g3, king f5, rook f3, king g6, I'm not sure if it
And
helps
then
you.
g3. This was,
g3, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And
we thought this is the most systematic.
this might just be fine for white.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll play knight b2 and keep playing this position.
Sure.
But it's going to be a draw. Yeah, and then, no, here I had to play knight c3.
No, after rook f8, I guess.
Oh, sorry, yeah, after h4, rook f8, knight c3. I think that white already is...
You missed this g3 tactic? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I was spending all my time on knight c3. I couldn't find anything clear after knight d2.
Yeah, knight d2.
And rook e2, rook d8 is only move. Knight e2, knight f3 wins.
Oops.
This is really really embarrassing.
I missed this mate.
Yeah, this is
so many mates.
Really sneaky mate. But I can play like rook e2 after knight c3, after knight e2, and now rook d8 is forced because otherwise h3 wins. And yeah, and here I just my knight isn't. I mean knight d1 I was trying, but then knight f1. Oh, yeah, and now knight f2, rook d2 trades rooks again. But maybe I can play like knight c3, knight d2, and then some generic move. I mean, no, I sort of move previously. And something like rook e7 or rook e6, and then try to get my knight to either f4 or g3 and play this position. It's still not. I don't think it's that draw. At least I had to go for this, but I thought I'll wait. And now g3.
Yeah, this just forces the draw.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's ask our question of the day. I like asking desert island questions. So you're on a desert island and you can bring all movies of one actor or actress, but only of that actor or actress. What's your choice? There are wrong answers.
There are wrong answers, okay. Can you give me one wrong answer?
Earlier we had Jennifer Lawrence, which is very dumb because she only has like 10 movies.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick someone real vast variety. I mean, I think if you go for like Marlon Brando or Al Pacino, you're pretty safe.
I had Al Pacino, so that's the correct answer. Marlon Brando, I guess that's also fair, yeah.
I picked Robert De Niro.
Also safe. Yeah.
Matthias, who's your choice?
I don't know. I don't care so much about actors actually when I watch movies. But
What genre then? Because Peter likes westerns, but I couldn't talk him into John Wayne.
okay, no westerns. I mean, some thrillers or fantasy, some. Probably thriller. I don't know.
Are you one of these modern guys that don't watch movies but series only?
Yeah, I also watch series, but don't really know what kind of actors.
Okay, no movies for you. You have fun on that desert island. Thanks guys for joining and best of luck for the last round. Thank you. I believe that brings us to the end of today's coverage. Last round, as mentioned, some exciting matchups still, even though, of course, the tournament is decided. Levon Aronian is the winner. However, there are still questions to be answered, like, can Magnus Carlsen's hair day get any worse? Can Matthias Bluebaum avoid finishing last? Can Hu Yifan or Akai Naij finish with a plus score? How many WrestleMania results does Peter Leko know? Like, all these questions we will get into tomorrow.